Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to our weekly COT review. Today we're going to be looking at the 11th Commitments as Traders Report of 2020. And as we always do, we shall start the analysis by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. And of course, due to the coronavirus and its effects on markets, we are not surprised to see huge changes here. Starting with the euro with an unbelievable 73% change in commercials positions, 73 in large speculators, 38 in small speculators. So of course, we're not surprised to see that sudden changes in traders' positions. This, of course, is a unquestionable bearish COT chain signal suggesting weakness coming in the euro market. We're not surprised to see that. If this is the crisis that we've been, of course, preparing for in the past couple of years, then, of course, we would not be so surprised to see such price actions. The US dollar seems to be the strong one in such cases. If you look back at the crisis of 08, that's exactly what happened. But sticking to COT analysis, what we can definitely see in this recent report is that there has been a very large change in commercials position. That is a bearish signal for us. From the COT Extreme's perspective, you can see that we've been in a relative bullish territory for quite some time, but nothing too large. And of course, with this sudden change in traders' positions, we are again moving towards bearish extreme territories. We're more or less in between the two extremes. The true US dollar index is something for our subscribers. It's actually created by us. It's not the US dollar index, which is traded on the ICE exchange. Here we combine the individual currency futures to give our users a better perspective, since the individual currency futures that are in the US dollar index, if we measure them individually, that has a lot more open interest. So we believe that by calculating this exact dollar amount, we get a more detailed perspective of the dollar. So that's very, very unique, only at COTBase.com. So if you want to check that out, then please become a subscriber. So we're going to jump over that and open the Japanese yen, where we have a 38% change in commercials positions. Very, very large, of course. You can see that over here. Definitely the largest change in the past 1 year. Not so surprisingly, it's again a bearish signal and suggesting weakness in the Japanese yen. And of course, the dollar index will be the next market with a 28% change in commercials positions, but in this case, this is of course a bullish COT chain signal. Large, not the largest, maybe, I'm not sure. Definitely suggesting strength coming in the next couple of days. I'm not sure, I might have jumped over Japanese yen too fast. Sorry about that. Let's open the 5 years chart for just 1 second so you get a glimpse of the COT Extreme situation. You may see that we're more or less in between the most bearish extreme that we can see on this 5 years time horizon and the most bullish one. So it's really the COT chain signal at the moment that we can act upon. There's no extreme in this market. And then back to the dollar index and to the wider time frame, you may see that we are getting closer to bullish COT extreme territory. So with the rise of the dollar index, we do not see any indication from the extreme side of the market that there would be a major shift in this trend. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme, we've got the energy complex. Again, complex markets are only for subscribers, so sorry that I will not show that to you. We talked about the dollar index, the true US dollar index, but we're going to continue on with the Palladium market with an 80 report extreme in large speculators. This, of course, we've been talking about this. It's quite an interesting situation because with this market rising rapidly, we had that more of a bullish extreme. So it's not that easy. I mean, it's definitely a exciting COT analysis over here. The market, of course, is dropping. All markets are against the dollar. We have this bullish extreme, but I would caution everyone to take that as a signal to buy Palladium at the moment. The next market is the, well, we talked about the euro, so it will be the orange juice market with a 47 report extreme. Maybe not the most exciting market these days, but let's see what the report shows us over here. So generally speaking, we can state that since November of 2018, we've been more or less in this bullish zone over here. From the extremes perspective, it did not really shift the market upwards, so that's something you should keep in mind. We are not at any bearish extreme, of course. So that's really all we can come. That's all really we can come to the conclusion of. And I would say, don't worry about that. This is actually the most general thing that we can come to by looking at the COT reports. So in most cases, we do not have a huge extreme in the market. We might as well just jump over and check other markets if there's a more clear and obvious picture. Maybe Oats will be that. So here we have a 46 report extreme. You may see that what that means is basically for since about a year, traders were not at that level. I would say that basically in this COT review, more or less all of our markets are in a neutral zone regarding the extreme, not at a bearish extreme nor a bullish one. We can only speak in relative terms. We have a relative bullish extreme, a 46 report in large speculators and also in commercials, suggesting some move higher. But of course, in these market circumstances, one should be very careful before acting upon such a COT signal. Of course, this is all these COT reviews that I do every week are only a very brief review about the markets, gives you a little picture about what's happening in the COT reports. But there's much more to do at COT Base. If you really want to dig deep and find opportunities, of course, you will get the option of looking at all the markets. You can open all the complex markets, look at this true US dollar index if you wish, analyze all sorts of data sets, look at new COT report types, all the data types available at CFTC, plus the options only data that is unique here at cotbase.com. Of course, you can dig deeper analyzing the changes in traders' positions or the COT extremes. You get the tool using COT index, the move index. Also, I advise everyone to check out the long-term trend indicator that we have. And of course, if you've been trading futures, I'm sure you heard of the importance of looking at volume and open interest as well. So there's a lot to do here, and it's becoming a very exciting time for traders. I hope you guys will really see the potential in our services here and give it a try. So I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. Enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourself. Be careful with this virus, and I wish you well. Bye-bye.